How to succeed in podcasting. The latest from Podnews.net with Quill, brand storytelling that makes a measurable impact. Success in podcasting comes with time and experience. 69% of podcasters who've been doing their show for more than 2 years are monetizing successfully, says a new survey. Improve Podcast collected data from more than 1,000 podcasters. Podtrac published their December 2021 top US publishers list. iHeartRadio is still number one for podcasting. Total global downloads were up 19% year on year. The Daily remained number one podcast with Jordan Harbinger making a new entry at number 20. Podtrac measures participating publishers only. NPR has plans to significantly add to their NPR Plus subscription podcast platform, say Axios. Ashley Carman reports on programmatic ad missteps in podcasting. One example, a Spotify ad network spot for The Sex Lives of College Girls, which appeared in an APM children's show. APM has since opted out of programmatic ads for those shows. More than 3,000 organisations are using private podcast channels on Storyboard, according to the company. The Pod Bible Poll Winners 2021 are out, as organised by a UK-based print magazine. More than 500 different podcasts were voted for in the independent podcast category. The winner was the Cinemile. Lizzie has released a look at the company's 2021. In May, Lizzie Podcast was recommended as a featured app in the Apple App Store. It's the first Chinese app to be recommended in the China market. There's been action in Libsyn's ongoing dispute with what they call fraudulent shareholders who own 22% of Libsyn shares worth $26 million. In an SEC filing, Libsyn say they've now cancelled those shares. The company will give the shareholders 90 days to object, and if they're cancelled, investors say it increases the value of remaining shares. In Nigeria, a survey of more than 200 podcast enthusiasts reveals that 74% stream their shows rather than download them first, and Sunday is the preferred day to listen. The Brookings Institution suggests in a report today that prominent political podcasters promoted the false narrative of election fraud in the US. Are you ready for a party with your audience? A new company enables podcasts to build communities through virtual events. Podcast Parties is run by Seth Ressler, a broadcaster, podcaster and digital strategist. And Odyssey has signed a distribution partnership with Samsung. An intriguing sentence from their press release. The deal is for the Samsung free platform and any other Samsung customized or developed apps. In People News, Gretchen Bortzi has joined PRX as Senior Director of Brand, Creative and Digital Marketing. She joins from the Boston Symphony Orchestra. Kyla Littman is to oversee a new research project for Sounds Profitable. She's worked at Condé Nast and Vox Media. Audie Cornish has resigned from her role as co-host of NPR's All Things Considered. John Ketchum has started as an editor at The Daily from the New York Times. He was with the American Journalism Project. And Ricky Novetsky also joins The Daily as a producer. She joins from Gimlet Media's The Journal. And in podcast news, BetterHelp might be the world's biggest podcast advertiser, but it's not run its own podcast before. With licensed therapists as hosts, Getting Better Stories of Mental Health talks to people like Chris Bosch and Megan Trainor about their mental health journeys. Motley Fool Money is going daily as of today, releasing 7 days a week. Weekday episodes will focus on the companies making headlines. Weekend episodes will feature interviews with special guests and conversations about investing styles, strategies and psychology. Great Souls is an evening in Seattle of short stories and performance and has been turned into a podcast. In their latest episode, The Russian Troika, you can enjoy 3 short stories from Russian literature from Chekhov, Nabokov and Tolstoy, performed by professional actors. Leaving a Legacy with G. Scott is new from Seattle's Cairo Radio. The show will take listeners on a journey to discover how some of our most influential public figures want to leave their legacy on the world. And The Limits with Jay Williams has launched today. It's a new show from NPR. His first guest is Maverick Carter on how he built the LeBron James empire and the Spring Hill Company. an entertainment and development brand recently valued at $725 million. And this podcast is brought to you by Quill. Quill is an award-winning podcast agency specialising in corporate audio production that drives results. You can find their branded shows from companies like Expedia, PricewaterhouseCoopers, TD Bank and more at quillpodcasting.com. And that's the latest from our newsletter. For all the links, we're at podnews.net.